Hello and welcome to the FIS Freestyle Mogul Skiing World Cup in Bakuriani, Georgia. This is round 3 of 9 on the World Cup Tour, single moguls. The qualifications round was done and dusted earlier today and yesterday, with the men's moguls qualifications being yesterday afternoon, ladies earlier today. The top 16 men and women from qualifications skiing for a place in the super final later today. And of course, the top 6 progressing through to that Super 6 for a chance at a medal. Some absolutely beautiful vision from Bakuriani, Georgia there. Bakuriani is actually nestled at the foot of the breathtaking Greater Caucasus mountain range, which actually hosts the largest mountain in Europe, in Russia, that mountain. But here in Bakuriani, we have the summit of 2,155 meters. And then, of course, this is actually one of the longest courses, or the longest course on the World Cup Tour. So the altitude coupled with an incredibly long course is going to make for a very physically demanding and challenging day for the athletes out here competing in this event. Look at the course profile there. As I was saying earlier, 280 meters. I know I skied some long courses in my career, obviously Deer Valley, Utah, and Topper's Dream in Perisher, Australia, both very long, but nothing quite as long as what we've got here in Bakuriani. And in just a few moments, we'll be getting underway with the women's moguls finals F1 round. Immediately followed by the men's F1, top 16 men and women battling it out for a position in the super final. Currently, this will be round 3 of 9 for single moguls on the World Cup Tour, and 16 events total if we're counting dual moguls as well. Obviously, athletes chasing that crystal globe both in the dual moguls and single moguls, and the overall crystal globe for the World Cup Tour leader at the end of the season.
So we have Maya Springhammer here. Maya, amazing skiing, getting on the second spot in the qualification. You know, Bakuriani is a pretty special place for you. If I remember correctly, that was when your first World Cup podium happened here in dual moguls last season. Looking very strong. Yeah, tell me about, you know, your game plan for today.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm really happy with my qualifications run. It was like first step of the day check, and I definitely have some improvements to make in F1 and F2, and hopefully can keep on this trend and yeah, make it happen.
Yeah, I've done well in the past year, some good memories. Yeah, this year is a bit longer, I think 280 meters, so definitely the longest World Cup course I've skied. It's going to be interesting. Good day yesterday with the qualies. I'm looking forward for the final. I don't know what are the strategy to do today for jumping, but I'm going to play it smart and you know, trying to stay clean. I've been pretty fast in training, so yeah, I'm just excited to ski finals, and should be a good one.
A few words there from the most successful mogul skier of all time, Mikhail Kingsbury from Canada, the highest placed qualifier from the event in qualifications yesterday on the men's side. But right now we turn our attention to the women's moguls final one. A quick look here at the start list. First out of the gate will be Casey Hogg from the United States, kicking things off for the women's moguls finals before moving straight back across to the men. The first athlete in the start gate, Casey Hogg from the United States, is on course. Nice back X off the top air. Looking a little out of control, out of the top air into this middle section here, but skiing very aggressively. Currently ranked 7th in the world. Big backflip truck driver off the bottom air. Already seeing the level elevated from the qualifications round earlier today from Casey Hogg. She knew qualifying in that 16th position she had nothing to lose and everything to gain from absolutely going after it, and that is exactly what she did. Waiting for the score to come in for Casey Hogg to get this finals underway. It's a 67.99 from Casey Hogg. Currently the score to beat first woman down in this finals competition. We go straight back up to the top in the start gate from France. It's Camille Cabral. Camille Cabral, great name, just rolls off the tongue. The French athlete getting ready to go. She had a great qualifications run earlier today. She's looking to improve on that score. Doing the backflip truck driver off the top air. Looking tidy in the turns here from Camille. Not quite as aggressive down the middle section as we saw earlier from Casey Hogg, but definitely keeping things composed. And back X off the bottom jump. Already looking like the women are skiing a lot more confidently than we saw in the qualifications round earlier today. Looking like difficult conditions in the qualifications, but it's nice to see the women lifting their game here for the finals. And the score coming in for Camille Cabral, 68.49. Moving ahead of USA's Casey Hogg. Not looking too particularly happy with that score. We move straight back up to the top from Canada, Lauriane Desmarais-Gilbert. She qualified in 14th place in the qualifications earlier today. And Lauriane is on course. And another backflip truck driver off the top air. Just looking a bit backseat, very backseat rather, out of the top air for this run, and unfortunately couldn't get the skis back underneath her to stay in the line, and she's come out of the line. Not the run that Lauriane was after out here today in Bakuriani. She's able to hit the bottom air, so nice to know that she is healthy, not injured. And these women are incredible skiers, so just goes to show some of the challenging conditions that they're facing out here in Bakuriani. And Lauriane 23.28 in third position, and Obviously not the run she was hoping for in the finals competition here today, but they do have dual moguls tomorrow, so another chance for Lorian to post a great run. Back to the top, Ali Masuga from the United States. She's 29 World Cup starts to her name. 2 podiums. Was 4th place here last year in Bakuriani. She'll be looking to make it 1 better here today. Big back X off the top air, looking aggressive on the ski out. Again, just looking like the foot was getting in front of her a little bit in the middle section there, but she's got it back under control for a big cork 7 off the bottom air. Aggressive run from Ali Masuga with a time of 30.05. Fast run from the American athlete. Great skiing there from Ali Masuga, and we wait for the score. It's a 59.36, moving into 3rd position. Aggressive skiing from Ali Masuga. Not sure that score is going to hold up for the super final, but still plenty of skiers to come. The next one in the start gate from Germany, Hannah FIS. Currently ranked 14th on the World Cup Tour after 3 stops so far this season. Big backflip mute grab from Hannah off the top air. Great range of motion in the middle section on these turns from Hannah. And a big back X off the bottom air. Not the highest degree of difficulty that we've seen so far in the Women's Moguls finals, but a great run from Hannah. Aggressive skiing and a tidy run. She's going to be happy with that run. Hannah FIS from Germany, waiting for the score for her. It's about to come in. It's a 67.57, moving into 3rd place. Camille Cabral from France still holding the lead rather. And then straight back up to the top from Japan, Hina Fujiki. Ranked bib number 19, reflecting her current world ranking, and she is on course. Big back X off the top air. And these athletes, they're not rather tall athletes, they're quite mogul skiers in general are quite short, and these moguls are huge. That, along with such a long course, makes this such a physically challenging course for these athletes. And she moves across the line at 32.43 for the time for Hina Fujiki of Japan. Definitely looking like she was really having to work hard through that middle section there. for the score. Hina Fujiki moves into first place. It's a 69.44. Camille Cabral of France moving into second position. Now in the start gate, getting ready to go, Kai Owens from the United States. And Kai is on course. Back X from Kai Owens, just getting bucked around a little bit on the exit out of that top jump into the middle section of Moguls. They're looking really aggressive here in the turns. And Cork 7 tail grab from Kai Owens as she crosses the line in a 31.12 for time. So not the fastest run we've seen so far here from the ladies, but a great run from Kai Owens. '27 World Cup starts for Kai Owens. 3 podiums. She's looking to snatch another one here today in Bakuriani, and she moves into first position, 69.83. Takes the lead, Kai Owens from the United States. And in the start gate from Kazakhstan, Yulia Galasheva. Oldest athlete in the field here in Bakuriani, and Galasheva on course. Huge backflip mute grab from Galasheva off the top air, just looking like she drifted out to the right a little bit off that jump and had to scrape the skis to get back in the line, but looking really fast in the middle section compared to what we've seen in the women's field so far. Just getting a bit caught up coming into the bottom air, but that big signature front flip, crowd favourite from Yulia Galasheva off the bottom air there. Fast time from Yulia Galasheva. And Yulia looks happy with that run here today. Let's see what the judges thought. She's had 21 World Cup podiums to her name, looking to take another one here today. And she moves into first place, 73.60 from Yulia Galasheva. Our next skier in the start gate, Hinako Tomitaka from Japan. She'll need a 67.57 to get into the top 6 so far, and Hinako Tomitaka is on course. Another backflip truck driver from the Japanese athlete off the top air. One of the more common tricks that we're seeing from the women. And great turns here from Hinako Tomitaka through the middle section in what we know are some challenging moguls. And the cork 7 from Tomitaka, and then just not skiing that bottom section, shooting the bottom section, which will cost her. And these skiers can't afford to let up any part of the course. athlete. She was having such a great run. The Japanese skiers are known for their turns. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to showcase that in the bottom section of that run. Let's see what the judges score that run. It's a 66.57 into 7th place. Unfortunately, she will not have a chance to ski in the super final here. She'll be going and getting rested to come back tomorrow in the dual moguls. Now back in the start gate from the United States, Olympic silver medalist Jalen Koff. The fastest skier from the qualification round earlier today, and she is on course. Huge D-spin 720 off the top air from Jalen Koff, and she is lighting it up in the middle section. Always so exciting when we watch Jalen Koff ski. Huge backflip mute crab, taking it to the bottom of the landing hill. Jalen Koff skiing in a 28.61. You know, if someone could jump in and just see how many skiers in the men's field she has skied faster than today so far. I'm sure there's a good chunk of the field that she has skied faster than. And it's one thing to be able to ski fast, but what I loved about that run is that she really carried that speed down and off the bottom jump. Let's see what the judges thought of that run. Into second place, a 73.25. I think it looked like she sat down a little bit on the landing of the bottom air, so definitely some room for improvement there for Jalen. I know she has more in the tank, but great skiing from the athlete from the United States. Now back up to the top. The next skier ready to go from Japan, it is Rino Yanagimoto. She's had a 14th and a 12th place so far in the moguls this year. Back X off the top jump. Great range of motion in the middle section. Very nice middle section from this athlete. D-spin 720 off the bottom air. Difficult to see from that angle how the judges will interpret that D-spin, but overall, really nice run from the Japanese athlete. Rino Yanagimoto took the silver medal here last year in Bakuriani, Georgia. She's currently sitting in third position, 72.09. Looking to take another podium here in Georgia. The next athlete in the start gate, Olivia Giacchio from the United States. 2 World Cup victories to her name. Olivia Giacchio is on course. Big D-spin, Japan off the top air. Such a hard-working athlete, Olivia Giacchio. Very recently completing her studies at Columbia University, so an overachiever. Olivia Giacchio skiing the run in at 30.18. Great skiing there from Olivia. And I really love that run there from Olivia Giacchio. Nice big D-spin 720 off the bottom air. And a shout out to her mum and dad watching her. Wait to see what the judges thought. And she moves into first position, 79.77. Huge score from the US athlete. The job is not done yet. She'll be back up here for the super final later today. The next athlete in the start gate, Anastasia Gorodko from Kazakhstan. Anastasia Gorodko on course. Huge cork 7 off the top air and absolutely flying out of that into the middle section. Looking a little wild in the turns here in the middle section, but so aggressive from this athlete. She is an absolute fighter. Huge backflip mute grab off the bottom air, just taking that to the bottom of the landing hill and landing with her butt down on her binding. She absolutely sent that thing. There was no holding back from this athlete. Anastasia Gorodko took a bronze medal at her home World Championships in 2021 in Kazakhstan. And she was only 15 years of age when she did so. Incredible talent. And she's looking to take her first World Cup podium this season. It might be here in Bakuriani, Georgia. We're waiting for the scores from the judges to see whether she will progress through to the super final for a chance at the medal round. And unfortunately, it won't be today. 11th place for Anastasia Gorodko, 65.31. That landing off the bottom air would have cost her today. But straight back up to the top from the United States, it's Tess Johnson. And Tess Johnson is on course. Big D-spin, Japan off the top air. Just looking like she drifted out of that air a little bit, but she's got it back in the line. A few leg spits in the middle section, but she's going after it with these turns. Really dynamic. And huge backflip with the Viper grab from Tess Johnson. We love that trick, another crowd favorite. 29.55 was the time. Really fast run from Tess Johnson. seeing the replay of the run there from Tess Johnson. She moves into second place, 74.61. Just looked like she landed that top air with the skis a little far apart, but her athleticism really showed, and she was quick out of the jump to get composed again. And back up to the start gate, she finished second in the qualifications. Maya Swinghammer from Canada, she's on course. D-spin 720 off the top jump. She's off to a great start this season. Maya Swinghammer earning her second podium ever just a few weeks ago in Idrefjord, Sweden. Absolutely flying into the bottom air, massive backflip mute grab, and great landing, really putting a stamp on the run there. Maya Swinghammer from Canada. Maya actually took a silver medal here in Bakuriani last year in the dual moguls, her first World Cup podium. Maya Swinghammer, great run there. She moves into second place to 77.99. Great skiing from Maya. Looking to take another podium here in Bakuriani. One more skier left in this F1 round. It is none other than Olympic champion Perrine Lafont. Currently wearing yellow bib as the World Cup Tour leader, and she is on course. D-spin 720 from Perrine Lafont. Just looking like she over-rotated that D-spin a bit and got caught up on the landing coming out, but she's back in the line. Great turns in the middle section. Not one leg split from Perrine Lafont. Huge backflip. Japan kind of looking hard to tell from that angle, but possibly missing the grab off the bottom air, but whether or not the judges can see that is yet to be known. Still a really fast run from Perrine Lafont. Waiting for the score for Perrine Lafont from France. Overall, a good run for Perrine. Great turns. Not the best jumps I've seen her do, but I know that there is some fire in the belly for Perrine. Room for improvement if she gets through to the super final round. A really exciting competition in the women's side today. We've seen some big jumping and some aggressive skiing on what I know is a very challenging course. But we've got a nervous wait here to see the score for Perrine Lafont from France. This will be the first super final that we haven't seen Australian Jakara Anthony in for quite some time. Perrine moves into third place, 75.28. Unfortunately, the Aussie athlete sustaining an injury in training at the last World Cup. But looking here at the results from the women's Moguls finals F1 round, before we head into the men's Moguls, we'll see the top 6 ladies through into the super final a little bit later on this afternoon. first athlete to kick us off with the men's moguls. Taking us all the way through to the top place qualifier from today, Mikhail Kingsbury of Canada. 153 World Cup starts for that athlete. 131 of them were podiums. He's looking to make that 132 today. But now in the start gate, currently ranked 14th in the world, Julien Viel from Canada. And the men's moguls first run now in progress. Big back fall from Julien. Great middle section. Such a stable upper body from this athlete with the turns. Huge D-spin 720, just sitting down on the landing there. 26.79 was the time for Julien Viel from Canada. Julien Viel flying into the barriers at the bottom of the finish area there. 74.77 was the score for Julien Viel. Straight back up to the top from Kazakhstan, Pavel Kolmakov. Pavel Kolmakov on course. Big back double full off the top air. Just looking like he landed a bit on his tails, the tail of his ski out of that top jump, but looking really tidy now in the middle section. D-spin 1080. Again, just sitting down on that bottom air. 26.05 was the time. Pavel Kolmakov from Kazakhstan. One of the veterans on tour. His debut World Cup 2016. From the side footage of that cork 10 off the bottom air, really seeing that he landed on the tails there and had to use all of his strength to get the foot back underneath and get tall into the bottom section. But we saw the replay of the slow-mo footage from the front. You couldn't actually see it as much, so we'll see what the judges thought of that run as we wait for his score. Pavel Kolmakov moves into second, 74.33. After only two skiers. We'll head straight back up to the top from the United States of America. It's Asher Michael. Just 19 years of age, young athlete on tour. Big backflip mute grab off the top air. His 7th ever World Cup start. And definitely looking like he is fitting in here on the World Cup tour. Really huge D-spin 720 off the bottom air, really upright. We'd love to see it. Asher Michael from the United States. He looks happy with that run. Great skiing from this young 19-year-old from the United States. He takes the lead at 75.83. Looking forward to seeing more skiing from the young US athlete, but straight back up to the top from Canada, Gabrielle Dufresne. And Gab is on course. Back full out of the top air and looking seamless out of that top jump. Oh, and just a few leg splits as he gets the foot in front in the middle section. Huge D-spin, 1080 off the bottom jump. Gabrielle Dufresne, 26.35 was the time. And I can't wait to see the replay out of that top jump here in slow motion. It's always great when you see an athlete react really quickly to a rhythm section or rhythm change in the moguls, as we saw from Gab out of that top air. But unfortunately, a few mistakes in the middle section and leg splits will have cost him there. The judges putting him into fourth. Now back up to the start gate, Rasmus Stegfeldt from Sweden, the next skier to drop, and he is on course. Big D-spin. 720 tail grab there from Rasmus Stegfeldt. Swedish team, such a strong force on the World Cup tour last year. Big backflip Japan off the bottom air, and Rasmus Stegfeldt, 25.51 the time for him here in Bakuriani. Rasmus Stegfeldt, 55 World Cup starts. 35 World Cup starts rather, and 2 podiums. Looking for another one here today in Bakuriani. Waiting to see what the judges thought of that F1 run. 77.97, he moves into first place. And back up to the start gate from Australia, Cooper Woods. Took his first World Cup podium in Waterville Valley, USA last year. Cooper Woods is on course. Huge backfall from the Aussie athlete, having to stretch it down into the landing. Managed to take it through on the skier, getting composed in the middle section now, but he is leaving no stone unturned in this run. Big back X off the bottom air. And looking a little defeated as he crosses the finish line there with that run, but he absolutely went for it. see on the replay there, Cooper Woods having to stretch both arms way up above his head into the landing out of the top air because he had way too much rotation on the back full for the amplitude that he had. And then in the bottom air, taking that thing to the bottom of the landing hill and landing with his bum down on the bindings, and having to use his core and leg strength to get back up to standing. We'll see what the judges thought of that run as we await the score for Cooper Woods, Aussie athlete. One more day of skiing for you, Coop, before you get to head back home to Australia for a quick surf before progressing on to the World Cup Tour in the new year. I know that's something that he'll definitely be looking forward to. And in sixth place, 68.33 for Cooper Woods from Australia. Unlikely to be enough to get him through to the super final here today. With still 10 skiers remaining. One of those athletes, Nick Page from the United States of America. Has 6 World Cup podiums, looking for another one here. Was 4th here in Bakuriani last year and 3rd place in the dual moguls in Bakuriani for the World Championships 2 years ago. So he's comfortable on this course. Just getting caught up in the middle section there, looking like he slipped on one of the pole plants, but otherwise great run so far from Nick Page. Huge D-spin 720, shooting the feet a little bit on the landing there. 24.98, fast run from Nick Page. Such a talented jumper, Nick Page, basically growing up on the water ramps up at Utah Olympic Park in Park City, Utah.
Judges are deliberating hard. Score is coming.
Nick Page moving into 3rd place, 75.28.
United States of America. Nick Page.
Looking to hold into that top 6 for a chance in the super final today. Placed 4th here last year, so Nick Page will be looking to go one better or even more to get a podium here in Bakuriani. Next athlete, the youngest in the field for the men, Da-yoon Jung from Korea, and he is on course. Oh, D-spin 1080 and just back slapping out of that jump, unfortunately. D-spin 1440 from Da-yoon Jung from Korea. Absolutely incredible off the bottom air. Cork 1440 from the 19-year-old Da-yoon Jung from Korea. Unfortunately, backslapping out of their top air. He's in 8th, 51.09. Not the run that he was out here to do today, but incredible jump off the bottom air from that athlete, showing us what he is capable of. Straight back up to the top, Philip Gravenfors from Sweden. And he is on course. Big back full off the top air. Looking really sharp in the middle section from Gravenfor. Oh, just looking out of control into the bottom air, shooting a few moguls, but managed to stay composed for a back X. Just letting the ski come out in front of him into that bottom air. And then getting a little twisted and caught up in the bottom section from Philip Gravenfors from Sweden. This athlete has 7 World Cup podiums to his name. And he was second here in Bakuriani last year. Unfortunately, he's moved into 7th place, 72.85. He won't have the opportunity to ski for a medal here today, but he will be back out tomorrow for the dual moguls. Now, Thibaut Mouy from France in the start gate, ready to drop, and he is on course. Looking really strong from Thibaut Mouy from France. Massive backflip mute grab off the bottom air there. This level just keeps lifting through the final. 26.65 is the time. Great run from the French athlete. Thibaut Mouy looks so happy with that run, as he should be. He moves into first, 80.23, and he is over the moon. Job is not done yet, mate, but that is something to be proud of. I loved the jumps on that run. He's so talented in the air. I love the amplitude that he gets on the backflip mute grab. We'll be seeing him later in the super final. Now in the start gate, none other than Ikuma Hiroshima from Japan. Ikuma, 102 World Cup starts, 44 podiums. Massive back full from Ikuma off the top air. And putting on a clinic in the middle section with those signature turns that we know and love from the Japanese athlete. Massive bottom air cork 1080, 24.97. Going ridiculously huge on the bottom air, Ikuma Hiroshima from Japan. Unfortunately, shooting that through to the tails with that jump. And that cost him a 72.01 in ninth place. Unfortunately, we won't see Ikuma Hiroshima in the super final. A lot of athletes having trouble with that bottom air, taking it through to the tails of the skis, especially if they're coming in with the foot in front and those last few moguls into the bottom air. But back into the start gate wearing bib number 6. Big D-spin 1080 out of the top air. It's Severi Vilera from Finland rather. Flying into the bottom air and really upright D-spin 720 tail grab, Severi Vierella from Finland. Great run from the Finnish athlete. 25.19 was the time. Great skiing from the 23-year-old Severi Vierella from Finland. He looks happy with that run. Thumbs up to the camera. And he moves into second place, 80.09. Severi Vierella, great skiing there. We'll see him back for the super final at a chance for a medal for Finland. And in the start gate from France, it's Benjamin Cavey. One of the veterans on tour, and he is on course. Big back full off the top air, putting it straight over the center of his skis into the middle section. Looking like a really nice run here from Ben. Nice and composed into the bottom air. D-spin 1080. Great run from the French athlete, skiing in a time of 26.3 run. He was 15th place here in Bakuriani last year, looking to get some redemption in the super final. Benjamin Cavey has placed 4th in the last 3 World Cups. He moves into first, 80.78. He's looking to get some redemption, get back on the podium. Benjamin Cavey from France, and now back up to the start gate. Walter Wahlberg from Sweden. He needs a 75.28 to qualify for the super final. Olympic champion Walter Wahlberg is on course. Beautiful back double full from Walter out of the top air, and really lighting it up in the middle section. Massive D-spin 1080 from Walter. Great skiing from the Swedish athlete. 25.64 was the time. 24-year-old Walter Boilberg was third here at the World Championships in 2023. That was a great run from Walter in the F1 round. Let's see what the judges thought of the score. And he moves into the top spot, 81.81 from Walter Boilberg. We'll be seeing him in the super final. Next skier from Australia, Matt Graham, Olympic silver medalist from Pyeongchang 2018. Matt Graham is on course. Big back double full, just looking like he was a little off balance on the landing there, but great turns from Graham in the middle section here. Another veteran on tour, but he's been so strong throughout his career, still very competitive. Matt Graham, big D-spin 720 off the bottom air, 24.56, really fast run from Matt Graham. Matt Graham from Australia moving into sixth place, 77.77. I think that top air landing will have costed him. There's still one skier remaining. If you're sitting in the bubble with Mikhail Kingsbury still to ski, that is a nervous position to be in. Greatest mogul skier of all time, Mikhail Kingsbury, last skier to drop in the final. And Mick Kingsbury is on course. Opting for the D-spin 1080 on the top air. Really nice skiing from Mick in the middle section here. Not a single leg split so far. Let's see how he goes into the bottom air. Big D-spin truck driver. Love seeing something a little different from the King. Mikhail Kingsbury, 26.47 was the time. I think Mick still has a lot in the tank, but that was a great run. We were able to see from the slow motion video there in the replay, Mikhail Kingsbury unfortunately missing the grab in the bottom air, that D-spin truck driver. I'm pretty confident that'll be enough to get him through to the super final for a chance to tidy that up. And he does it. Mikhail Kingsbury into fifth, 79.36. Unfortunately, Matt Graham won't get a chance to ski in the super final here. But Mikhail Kingsbury will have a chance to fix up that run there. Rasmus Stegfeldt from Sweden scraping through into the super final. Just ahead of Matt Graham from Australia. And we're ready for the women's super final here in Bakuriani, Georgia. The first skier to drop from the United States, Olympic silver medalist Jalen Koff. It's been an exciting final so far. Lots of surprises. Looking like a really challenging course here. We already know it is long, 280 meters. But the Moguls, we had a lot of fresh snow here in Georgia just a couple of days ago, which has meant that these Moguls have gotten tracked out. They've gotten deep. It's a tough course. A lot of athletes getting caught out in some of those Moguls coming into the bottom air. And that just means that anything can happen here in the super final. First super final in a very long time without Australian Olympic champion Jakara Anthony. So anything can happen here in the ladies' Moguls. And Jalen Koff from the United States is on course. Huge day spin off the top air from Jalen, and she is absolutely flying in the middle section. Lighting it up in this course. Massive backflip mute grab off the bottom air from Jalen Koff, and she looks pumped with that run. 27.62. Absolutely flying down the course here in Bakuriani. She looks happy with that run. Let's take a look at the replay. Awesome skiing there from Jalen Koff. 8 World Cup victories to her name, and I believe 5 of them were in the dual Moguls. Just a testament to how fast this woman can ski. 76.13 was the score here with 5 skiers remaining. The next one being Yulia Galasheva from Kazakhstan. 32 years of age. This skier has been strong and performing for such a long time now. She knows what to do in a super final. Backflip mute grab from Galasheva. Looking clean and composed in the middle section. Not looking as fast down the middle as we saw from Jalen Koff earlier. But that big front flip that we love to see off the bottom air, sticking it to the feet, and just looking like she's getting a bit caught up in that bottom section, which we've seen from a few skiers in that right line, which has been quite interesting. Not sure if there's a bit of off camber or a tilt to the Moguls there. And I love to see that massive front flip from Yulia Galasheva of Kazakhstan. She has an Olympic bronze medal to her name from Pyeongchang 2018. Will she snatch another podium here in Bakuriani today? a nervous wait for the judges' score for Yulia Galisheva. And it's 74.82. Jalen stays in the lead with a 76.13. Still 4 skiers remaining. Straight back up top, Tess Johnson from the United States. Currently wearing bib number 4. She is ranked 4th on the World Cup Tour, and Tess Johnson is on course. Big D spin, 720 off the top air. So aggressive in the middle section here. Really nice turns from Tess in the second half of the middle. Massive backflip Viper, another crowd favourite. Tess crosses the line in a 29.51. She looks happy with that skiing. And I love seeing the slow-mo of that massive backflip Viper off the bottom air. Tess into third, 73.23. I believe she's the only athlete on tour doing that trick off the bottom air, and she does it so well. Back up to the start gate wearing the yellow bib, the World Cup Tour leader, Perrine Lafont from France. And Perrine Lafont is on course. Big D-spin 720 from Perrine, looking like she's tidied that up from her F1 run. Looking really composed in the middle section here. Not quite as aggressive and fast compared to what we've seen from Jalen Koff so far, but looking really tidy. Big backflip with the Japan off the bottom air and stomping that to her feet. 30.58. Definitely not as fast as we saw from Jalen, but a really tidy run from Perrine Lafont, Olympic champion. And we wait for the score for Perrine Lafont. It's now out of her hands and into the judges.
Down here in the finish. She did everything she could. Now up to the judges.
And she takes the lead, 76.53. So close behind Jalen, a 76.13. Great competition here from the women so far. Next up in the start gate, she's having a cracker season. Maya Swinghammer from Canada. Swinghammer on course. Nice big D-spin off the top air. And looking great through the middle section from Maya. Just coming unstuck into the bottom air. Maya Swinghammer, unfortunately, those moguls that have been catching a lot of people all day. Finally made Maya come unstuck. Unfortunately, not the run she was after here. Maya Swinghammer, second place, her first ever World Cup podium here in Bakuriani last year in the dual moguls, so we know that she will be one to watch tomorrow. 65.58, fifth place from Maya here in the super final. Last skier, Olivia Giaccio from the United States. And Olivia Giaccio on course. Big D-spin. 720 Japan off the top air, and Olivia looking really nice through the middle section here. These moguls are massive, but Olivia, she is strong. She is such a fit athlete. And she's showing that to us here in the super final. Big D-spin 1080 from Olivia off the bottom air, and she claims it. Great run from Olivia Giaccio. Really strong skiing from the US athlete. Olivia Giaccio from the United States waiting for her score. First place, 80.19. She is the winner here today in Bakuriani, her third World Cup victory. Olivia Giaccio from the United States, congratulations, great skiing. A very convincing win, almost 4 points ahead of Perrine Lafont from France, and then rounding out the podium, Jalen Koff from the United States. Really exciting Super 6 from the women here in Bakuriani. Olivia Giaccio now 14 World Cup podiums to her name. Great skiing there from these ladies. Jalen Koff taking the bronze medal, Perrine Lafont from France with the silver, and Olivia Giaccio, your winner here today in Bakuriani. But the action is certainly not over yet. We still have the men's Moguls super final to come. Should be kicking off in just a few moments.
Of the first competition day here in Bakuriani. Olivia dropping this last athlete in the women's competition. What was going through your head?
I really just wanted to try and make my super finals run a bit better than the last run I skied, and yeah, I think I was able to do that. I really wasn't sure where I was going to end up, so very happy to walk away with the win.
And you know, like, I mean, watching at the score, you know, more than 4 points over second Perrine Lafont today. in the competition. It looks like it's all coming down to the jumps.
Yeah, absolutely. I made a few changes over prep season for my jumps, and I still have more to give, which is exciting. So I'm really happy with the way things are working right now.
Great stuff, Olivia. Congrats.
Congratulations, Olivia Giacchio from the United States, the winner here today in Bakuriani in the women's moguls. That was a look at your top 3 qualifiers into the super final here in the men's moguls. Should be underway in just a few moments. And there is your top 6. We'll be getting ready to drop here in Bakuriani, Georgia, foothills of the Caucasus mountain range. First skier to drop from Sweden, Rasmus Stegfeldt. Rasmus Stegfeldt is on course. Big D-spin, 720 tail grab out of the top air, and he is flying through the middle section. Nothing to lose here from the Swedish athlete. Massive backflip Japan off the bottom air. He was flying at 24.90. Was that the fastest time of the day so far from Rasmus Stegfeldt? Rasmus Stegfeldt from Sweden. He looks very happy with that run. Saying a quick hello to his family back home in Sweden. As we wait for the score. Great skiing to kick off this super final here today in Bakuriani, Georgia. And the score is in 77.47. And now all he has to do is wait and see what the remaining 5 athletes do here on the course. Next skier, he is the tour leader, Mikael Kingsbury from Canada. Big D-spin 1080 off the top jump, and he is flying through the middle section. This is an athlete not used to qualifying when he's not in the top spot. So he has something to prove here, and he does the massive D-spin 720 truck driver off the bottom air. 26.39 was the time. He had some work to do to improve on his F1 run, and he has done that here in the super final. Absolutely incredible. 92 victories to his name, and he moves into first place, 82.93. Mikhail Kingsbury from Canada. The next skier, Severi Viorella from Finland. He needs to beat an 82.93 to take the lead, and Severi is on course. Oh, the Finnish athlete makes a great start. D-spin 1080 and just putting it straight down the middle of the line with the landing. Looking great in the middle section here. Really aggressive skiing. And getting through those difficult moguls into the bottom air, and he does it. A D-spin 720 tail grab. Great skiing from the Finnish athlete. 25.17 was the time. It's a very great skiing. Really love that run from Severi. He moves into second place, 80.80. He looks happy with that run. The Finnish athlete skiing so well here today in Bakuriani, Georgia. Great to see the Finn in the super final, back up to the top in the start gate. Next skier to drop, wearing bib number 20, Thibaut Mouy from France. Thibaut Mouy is on course. Massive cork 10 off the top air, and he is looking really good in the middle here. This is such a physically demanding course, but just starting to come unstuck off the bottom air, and I'm so happy he landed that to his feet. That was a frightening position to be in coming into the bottom air. Those couple of moguls been catching everyone today. And I was holding my breath off the bottom air then. Thibaut Mouy moves into fourth, 69.83. Was having such a great run, just came unstuck in those couple of tricky moguls into the bottom air, and he honestly did such a good job to put that backflip to his feet. And next up from France, Benjamin Cavet. Benjamin Cavet is on course. Massive back full, great landing from Cavet. And look at those turns. So tidy so far. Center of mass over the ski. And he makes it through those tricky moguls. D-spin, 1080 off the bottom air. Great run from the French athlete. 25.60 was the time. He looks so happy with that run. Wow, great skiing from Ben Cavet from France. He's been fourth place at the last 3 World Cups. He is looking for some hardware today. Benjamin Cavey moves into the lead, 84.08. Huge score posted from Ben Cavey of France. And only one skier remaining. The Olympic champion from Sweden, Walter Wahlberg. He needs to beat an 84.08 to take the win here in Bakuriani. If anyone can do it, it is Walter. Walter is on course. Huge back double full from Walter Wahlberg. And he's flying down the middle section now. Eyes on the prize for the Swedish athlete. He can't afford to make any mistakes. D-spin 1080 off the bottom air, and massive run from Walter. 25.39 was the score. Such a great run already posted from Ben Cavey. It will be tough to beat, but the degree of difficulty off the top air from Walter there might be what gets him over the line. Incredible skiing there from this Swedish athlete, Walter Wahlberg. Was it enough to take the win? We wait now for the judges' scores. Is it better than an 84.08 that was posted by Benjamin Cavey just a few moments ago? Walter had the degree of difficulty, but maybe drifted the jumps out of the line just a little bit. He moves into fourth, 80.66. The drifting on the jumps must have cost him there. This is incredible. Benjamin Cavey takes the victory. And amazing Severi Viorella from Finland on the podium. Mikhail Kingsbury in second place. Incredible super final here in Bakuriani in the men's moguls. So many surprises here in Bakuriani, and I think this course being so physically demanding, coupled with some really challenging conditions from the snow over the last few days, has made this a very exciting day of mogul skiing. Benjamin Cavey, fourth place at the last 3 World Cups, including Velmalenko at the end of last season, and he's been skiing great, so it's so nice to see him be rewarded for that today here in Bakuriani, taking home some hardware.
We have Ben Cavey here with me, the winner of the first competition day here at Bakuriani. Ben, it's been 4 years since your last World Cup victory, but you know, the moment you cross the finish line, you claim it like you know it's going to happen. Amazing skiing, congratulations first of all, but yeah, tell me how it all happened.
Yeah, so this season my goal has really been to concentrate on my skiing and to have my focus on what I need to do to ski a good run, and not on what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, just on the stuff that I have to do to make myself ski well. And that's what I managed to do all season. I had lots of fourth places. You know, I got fourth again in qualification. I got 4 on my bib, and then I managed to get the win today, because I knew if I could just keep pushing, keep you know, in super final, I'd eventually get the win. So I'm over the moon.
Congratulations, Ben.
So much.
Sick stuff. Thank you.
Congratulations, Benjamin Cavey from France. Great to see him back, not only on the podium, but back on top of the podium. And a look here today at our podium in the women's side, Olivia Giacchio taking the win. Olivia absolutely dominating on this course here. Almost 4 points ahead of second place. Great display of her athleticism on this 280 metre long course. To be able to perform at that level consistently over the last 3 days requires a lot of physical strength and endurance, and Olivia has just that, as well as incredible jumping, incredible acrobatic ability. She was able to put it all together in a competition setting today, which was great to see. And then a look at the World Cup standings. Perrine Lafont leading the tour on 260 points. And Jakara Anthony dropping down into third, but obviously she didn't compete here in Bakuriani, so Olivia jumps up into second on the World Cup tour. We're yet to have a dual mogul competition this season. Unfortunately, the dual moguls was cancelled in Idrefjord, Sweden, just a couple of weeks ago due to low visibility. So we're looking forward to the first dual mogul event of the season tomorrow here in Bakuriani. Great to see the Finnish athlete Safari Viorella on the podium. Again, look at the men's standings on the World Cup Tour. Mikhail Kingsbury leading by 80 points, 280 points ahead of Benjamin Cavey on 200. Look here at the scenes of beautiful Bakuriani, Georgia. Located at the base of the Caucasus mountain range. Great little highlight reel of the action here today in Bakuriani, Georgia. Some great skiing from both the men and women here on this really challenging course. And we know there's so much more action to come tomorrow in the Dual Moguls final event of the calendar year before a short break over the holiday period. We just wait now for the award ceremony from today's event. The award presentation here for the ladies moguls in Bakuriani single moguls.
And now, please welcome the winners of today's Women's FIS Moguls World Cup in Bakuriani. In third place, representing the United States of America, give it up for Jalen Koff!
Third place from the United States, Jalen Koff. Some incredible skiing from Jalen today. Fastest athlete on the course in the women's side. And second place, the tour leader, World Cup tour leader, Perrine Lafont. No strangers to the podium here in Bakuriani, Georgia.
And in first place, the winner of today's Women's FIS Freestyle Moguls World Cup in Bakuriani. Give it up from the United States of America, Olivia Giacco!
And the winner today, Olivia Giacco from the United States. So nice to see her take her third victory. Making that 14 podiums for her career.
Today's awards are being handed out by Zuka Kostawa, the president of the GSF.
სოფლიო თასის გამარჯვებულს და აჯილდოებს ზუკა კოსტავა, საქართველოს სათხილამურო ფედერაციის პრეზიდენტი.
Jalen making that 37 World Cup podiums for her career to date. And 57 for Perrine Lafont. A really well skied super final from these athletes here today. Such a tough course. And they need to back it up again here tomorrow in the dual moguls.
Incredible competition. And thank you all for coming out and supporting all of our ladies here at the third FIS Freestyle World Cup Moguls
Such
competition.
an exciting super final. Nice to see the camaraderie between these athletes before they come back out here and battle it out again for a chance at the podium in the dual moguls.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
And now we're moving on to
in
the men's
third
awards for the
place,
FIS
all the way
Freestyle Mogul
from
Skiing World Cup.
Finland, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Severi Vierla!
Amazing skiing from the Finnish athlete here today. His first World Cup podium.
In
He's had
second place,
43 World Cup starts, including today.
Give it up for
And
Michael
he's
Kingsbury!
finally got the hardware in second place. Greatest of all time. Greatest athlete in this sport, but also such a great sport.
From France, de la France, give it up.
Always supporting his fellow competitors. The champion today, Benjamin Cavet from France. 4 years since his last victory. And this one has to
Ladies and gentlemen,
taste that much sweeter after a string of fourth place finishes on the World Cup Tour.
სოფლიო თასის გამარჯვებულს დააჯილდოვებს თასო გამცემლიძე FTA-ის დირექტორის მოადგილე.
Great to see that finish. Athlete 23 years of age on the World Cup podium in what we know is such a tough field, such a high level of competition in both men's and women's mogul skiing this year. So interesting to see. Ben he placed 15th here in Bakuriani last year, so just goes to show that, you know, anyone can perform on the day. It doesn't necessarily have to be a favoured course.
One more time, give it up for Severi Vierla, Michael Kingsbury, and Benjamin Cavet!
Applaudismentები.
Such an exciting super final here today between these skiers, and of course a few misses or near misses there from some of the athletes making mistakes on the course, so I know that they'll be hungry for redemption in the dual moguls tomorrow here in Bakuriani. So make sure you tune back in.
All right, thank you boys one more time. What a feat that was, what incredible competition today, but we have one more thing to award right here. Our FIS overall World Cup Moguls leaders. For the ladies, please.
And final official proceedings for the day. The FIS World Cup Tour leader, or tour leaders rather, will be awarded with the yellow bibs. On the men's side, from Canada, Michael Kingsbury. And from France, it's Perrine Lafont.
Congratulations to all of our athletes for an incredible show
Mikhail
today.
Kingsbury, a new father to his son Henrik.
#1 right here at beautiful
We've been joining him on tour so far this season.
We are just a couple hours away from the next big show, and this is gonna be the Dual Moguls competition.
And we'll be back again tomorrow for more action in Bakuriani for the FIS Freestyle Dual Mogul competition. It is sure to be an exciting showdown. My name is Britt Cox, 4-time Olympian and 2017 World Champion in this sport. It's been a pleasure to be your host today. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.